Shall we begin?
Hello friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you for tuning in. And I had another event with my Fluval FX. This time this valve failed on me and it started to leak. I looked underneath my tank while I happened to be doing a water change, and I noticed that there was a damp area underneath the tank, underneath this tank here. And inspecting the FX6 more closely, I noticed that this valve was dripping water. You can see a bit of a mineral buildup right here. The water was dripping right from the valve, hitting here, and then dripping down the side of the canister onto the floor, which in my case happens to be the bottom of this cabinet. I prefer cabinets that have a wood bottom. That way you don't put so much wear and tear or water damage onto the floor of the apartment or onto your carpet or whatever might be underneath your stand. At any rate, what ended up happening is I caught it. It was a very slow leak, but a leak nonetheless. I messed around with it. I couldn't get it to stop. And so fortunately, I had one of these, a spare one that I use in when I do water changes or drain the Fluval. I'll post a video. I'll put a link up here to that video on how I use this extra hose. And that extra hose had this valve on it that I had ordered for that project. And so I was able to take it off of there and put it onto the Fluval, and I was okay. And you know, that being said, I'm very happy with the way the Fluval cleans. I mean, it's a very powerful filter. It moves a lot of water, and I think it's very well built overall. But I've had to replace two of these valves. One of these and the purge valve, which is located at the bottom of the Fluval. So I've given some thought to it. I think it might be related to the fact that I have sand in this tank, and inevitably some sand will get into the canister. And as these things are turned over time, you know, back and forth, that sand can work as an abrasive and wear these valves down and ultimately result in a leak. So if you have a tank with a Fluval FX 5 or 6 and you have sand in that tank, I encourage you to go ahead and get online and order one of these so you have a spare. Two if you can afford it, and get a purge valve as well, the valve that's at the bottom of the Fluval. You'll thank me down the road, I guarantee you. So that's my Fluval tip for today. That's two valves that have failed on this unit. Otherwise, the unit is running strong. It's running relatively quiet. I have the FX6, an algae scrubber from Santa Monica Filtration, and two power heads on this tank. And it keeps it pretty pristine, as you've seen here in the videos. So that's it. Be sure to rate, share, comment, and come by on Saturday for Cichlids and Coffee if you're so inclined. 10 a.m. Pacific time. We get into some good topics, and I get to answer your questions. I love the interaction. And follow on Instagram at ben.o.cichlid, and also we have a very friendly and helpful fish keeper group, ben.o.cichlid on Facebook. All right, hope to see you there. And even though Cichlid is in that Facebook group name, it is open to all types of fish keepers. So come on by if you can. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.